What's going on, everybody? Um, this video is a little different. It's a little different. Um, it's a reaction, it's a review, but it's more so on a show that I rarely speak about. I rarely talk about it. And that would be All American. I am a very big fan of this show. How I got introduced to this show was very interesting. My daughter happened to be binge watching it one day, and I was sitting there like, "What are you watching?" And she was like, "I'm watching All American because it's on Netflix." And I said, "All right, like, okay." My daughter has a tendency of binge watching these shows, and it's just I don't pay them any mind. But for some reason, this show caught my attention. It went from her binge watching it to me being up at 4 or 5 in the morning, crying my eyes out, watching this show. Um, I have come to the realization that the character that is Spencer James and I share a lot of things in common. And that's why I'm so invested and attached to this show. Um, Prime example, when his father came back and then Corey, his father, left, and Spencer is in the kitchen talking to his mom, and he starts to cry and he's telling his mom, "Why am I not good enough?" And his mom just is like, "No, no, don't you say that, don't you say that." But hearing him say, "Why am I not good enough?" Man, that hit home to me. That hit home in so many different levels. Um, and then obviously when Corey passed away, and Spencer's reaction and how he was just so angry. Like, I got emotional with that. I got emotional when Spencer got shot. Um, the whole show in itself, like, really pulls at my heart. And they did it again this past Monday. Oh, man. This past Monday. So, I don't watch All American live when it airs. Um, I basically, because I produce a podcast on Monday, and it interferes with, you know, wrestling. Um, I don't watch it on Monday. I actually watch it either the Wednesday or I watch it over the weekend. So I was watching it on Wednesday. I started watching it, and then I got a phone call. I paused the show. Was on the phone. I woke up the next morning and said I'm gonna watch it. Now, I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. I know everybody's looking at me like, "What the hell are you doing waking up at 4:30 in the morning?" But it's because I have to get up, get myself ready, have to get my daughter ready, and I have to take her to school, and then I have to go from there to work. So, yeah, I have to get up relatively early to get myself ready, to get herself ready, to then go to work, to drop her off and then go to work. So I woke up, got ready, got her up, got her ready, and as she's in the shower getting ready and doing all her stuff, I'm watching the rest of All American. And when I tell you guys, I was in tears, boo-hoo crying at the fact that Billy Baker is no longer here. In the words of Jordan Baker, he's gone. My dad is gone. I knew, you know how you watch something and you just get a feel, like you get this gut-wrenching feeling that like something's going to happen, right? That's kind of the impression and the feeling that I got entering this season. Like I was like, okay, something's going to happen this season. I mean, every season I feel that way. Like obviously, every season I think something's going to happen to Coop. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I think everybody that watches All-American, if you are watching this and you are an All-American fan, I think we all can agree. We always think something's going to happen to Coop. Like Coop's past, what Coop's done is going to come back to haunt her. I even thought Amina, Preacher's daughter, was going to do something to Coop. I still have a small hunch or feeling that she may do something. We still have a whole 6th season to go. So we never really know what to expect. And clearly, we don't know what to expect. So I'm watching it, and the preview for the episode that just passed, we all knew. We seen the bus flip over. We knew something happened. We seen Mrs. Baker. We seen Layla, Spence, Olivia standing by, looking at the TV, kind of just wondering. And I'm like, yeah, this is it, And because I didn't watch it live on Monday, I tried to not really see much. Like my personal Instagram is down, or not down, but it's deactivated. So, but I still have obviously the So in the Meantime page, and I still have Royal Club's page. But So in the Meantime page, I follow All American, and I happen to see the Thank You Billy, kind of like the Thank You Billy post. And when I seen that, that's what made me say, let me go watch this. Because what did they do? Like, did Billy get written off? That's exactly what I said. Did Tay Diggs get written off? And I watched it. We all know Tay Diggs got written off. And he released he did a few interviews, stated some few things, said that, it was about time that they did this. He felt though as if the story of Billy has, reached this point. But he said this is not the last we're going to see of Billy Baker. So this is what I'm assuming. I'm assuming that, Liv, Spence, Jordan, they're going to have these dreams. Billy's going to be in their dreams. It's going to be like a spirit kind of talking to them. We may see some flashbacks to Billy, like flashbacks of Layla. I mean, not Layla. Flashbacks of Olivia and Jordan when they were kids, when they were babies, and Tay Diggs and Billy there and Mrs. Baker there and all that stuff. We may see those things incorporated into this season. But man, seeing how he went out, man, it was very Billy. It was very Billy Baker, especially after the conversation that him and Spencer had, or what he was telling Spencer on the voicemail, and just Billy as a whole, as a person, literally will do whatever he had to do for his team, and he proved it on that episode. But another reason why I wasn't sure what was going to happen was because when they showed the bus tip over, and I was like, oh man, I'm like, but that's like a football team. I was like, wait a minute. So you're about to write off a whole football team? Then Asher was on the bus with him. I'm like, you're not about to write Asher off, especially after he just found out that his girl is pregnant. You're not about to write Asher off. You're not about to have her with a baby with no father. Like, we're not about to do that. No, let's not do that. So they didn't. You obviously see what happened. I know that watching that episode, especially the end when Spencer takes the phone or listens to the voicemail on his phone, and hearing and seeing that, Grace and Jordan showed up, and Grace said, you can read her lips, and then you see Mrs. Baker bawling, like you can feel, like, you don't have to hear it, you can feel that scream, that loud cry that came out of her. You can see Layla crying. You can see Coop sitting there, hand on her mouth, kind of just in a awe and a loss of words. You see Spencer drop his phone. You know, you see Jordan and Olivia looking at each other, and Jordan's like, she's just Olivia's just shaking her head, no, 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 and then Jordan says, man, like, he's gone. My dad is gone. And Olivia lets that scream out and just falls on to Spencer. And man, that hits, man. That I'm very curious to see what they're gonna do moving forward. I do know that they did say they're having the next episode is the funeral, obviously, and a lot of tension is there. I read an article on Variety, and the showrunner was talking about it, and she was saying how these next few episodes we're going to see, and from here on out we're going to see how everyone is grieving the loss of Billy. What is Jordan going to do now? Jordan now is the man of the house. For the first time, how is he going to react? Because for the first time, it was his dad that said he needed him instead of Jordan needing him. What is Olivia going to do? We know Olivia's a recovering addict. What is going to happen with her? Is she going to fall down this slope? They were saying something to the degree of who's going to be there to help her navigate through this loss. And then the biggest one they said is pretty much Spencer. And is there something deeper that Spencer is dealing with? It's a lot, man. It's a lot that's about to play into this. I've been heavily investing in this show. Like I said, man, I feel Spence, man. I understand all of Spence. I look at Spence and Olivia, and I'm just like, man, like, I love seeing them two together. I love seeing all the couples now together. I love seeing Jordan and Layla together. I love seeing Asher and his girlfriend together. I'm sorry, I'm losing sight of her name. I love seeing Grace and the principal, even though they don't really show them anymore, but seeing them two together. And obviously, Coop and her relationships. I love seeing these relationships and where they go and how they're like lasting and going from here. But man, this is gonna be different. This is gonna hit a little bit different. I was thinking of doing like some episode recaps, but I didn't want to kind of jump into like kind of doing what I'm doing now. But I just felt though as if because this was so much of a curveball thrown at all the All-American fans that we did not expect to see Billy go like that. Like, and the trauma that this is about to leave Spence, and the trauma that it's going to leave Jordan, especially with the voicemail. Like, I believe in the beginning, in the previews for the next episode, Spence even said, like, yo, I wish I could have that phone call. Like, I wish I could have that last conversation. And that's where, we always, as a people, have that problem where it's like the last conversation, like, you don't want your last conversation with someone to be on a negative, because you never know when you never know that could be your last conversation with that person, and you don't want to end it on that note. I mean, you don't. You know, I've been in and know people that have been in similar situations, and it takes a big toll on them. You know, it really takes a heavy toll on people. But it's just, man, listen, you just really gotta always try to leave on a positive note. You know, never leave a situation, or if you're arguing with somebody, just try to resolve it as soon as possible, man. Don't wait on it. Don't let it sit and linger, because you never really know when that may be your last conversation. You know, and if you are at peace, if you truly feel like you're at peace with the conversation, and you feel like, okay, that's it, all right. But you know, what happens if you get that phone call, or what happens when someone tells you, like, yo, like such and such is gone, like, you know, something happened, they died, you know, killed, murdered, whatever the case may be. And you're like, man, and you think back, or if or if they try calling you and you just ignored their call, because in Spence's case, he was about to go have a conversation with Olivia, and he was just like, I want to be focused on her. And then when he even came back, he still didn't know what happened. And now he's like I said, he listened to that voicemail and just hearing Billy be like, yo, I just wanted one more opportunity to coach my boys. You know, you are like a son. You are my son. Like, that's pretty much what he told him. And was just like, yo, like, you're my All-American. You know, and that really is going to, that's going to mess with Spence's head. That's really going to bother Spence, you know, and we're going to be on a journey. That's all I'm going to say, man. We're going to be on a journey with this one. So I just wanted to get on here real quick, man, and just talk to y'all about that. Let y'all know, you know, I'm a fan of All American. I've seen a lot of people on TikTok kind of go at All American and say, like, yo, it's all right, man. It's getting a little played out and all this stuff. But honestly, I'm invested with the characters. Like I said, I feel I can relate to Spence on several levels, you know. And prime example, Spence always wants to be the superhero. He always wants to save everybody. If you know me, yeah, always trying to put that cape on to save people. And Billy told him, and Billy was like, who is Spencer James if he can't help anybody? Or who is Spencer James when no one needs his help? That shit hit. I put that on my Instagram. I put that on my Instagram. That was a blow. That was a gut punch for me. I was looking like Spence was looking like, damn. All right, Billy. All right, man. You ain't gotta hit me that hard. Jeez. But yeah, man. So let me know what y'all think about this. Let me know if y'all are All-American fans. What did y'all think about that, man? Like, how did y'all react to it? I cried. I'm not gonna lie to you. I cried. So I know if I cried, I know a few other people cried. I know a few people had hit me up when I was talking about it on when I posted about it on the So in the Meantime page. I believe I posted, but I know I did post it on Snap. You know, I made a little post on it on Snap, and a few of my friends had hit me up like, yo, I can't believe it either. Like, oh my God. Then when I was explaining it, to my daughter decides she doesn't watch All American anymore. Even though she says, like, oh, I gotta catch up. She has missed out on so many seasons. Like, she was caught up on Netflix, and then, like, I think after the third season, she stopped watching it on Netflix. they're 5 seasons in, and you stopped after like 3, maybe 2, maybe season 2. But I told her about it, and she was kind of just like, she was at shock of it. One of my best friends, Nani, she was hooked on All American too, and then I told her about it, and we were driving, and she was sitting there like, man, like me explaining it to her had her in the car teary-eyed, because it's just like, yo, when you are invested into these shows, man, it hits nerves. It strikes nerves in you. So let me know what y'all think about it. What y'all think is going to happen moving forward. Even the smallest things, like, is this death going to bring Spencer and Olivia back together? What does this do for Jordan and Layla? Like, how does that play itself out? What is Miss Baker gonna do? Just how does the whole All American family come together in the wake of Billy dying? You know, like, just let me know what y'all think. And if you happen to like this video, man, make sure you hit that thumbs up. If you are new to this channel, because this is All American recap, review, reaction, whatever you want to refer to it as. Will I be doing more? I may do a season finale reaction, give y'all my thoughts, give y'all my opinion, let y'all know what I think is going to happen in season 6, since they did announce that it was renewed for season 6. So let's talk about that. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to this page. And if you already have been subscribed to this page and you just have not been getting your notifications, make sure you hit that notification bell, man, so you can get up to date with videos that will be dropping like this and many more. Big announcement coming in the next few weeks with the state of the content that I'll be dropping. One of the biggest contents that I'll be dropping. Let me just say that, you know. So he is I am him. You don't know, I go by Chi. I am out. I've been dropping a lot of content today. I have a Royal Club episode. I have Fast 10 trailer reaction. Creed 3 trailer reaction, John Wick trailer reaction, and now this one. I have 5 videos that I have to now sit here and do editing on. So, with that being said, I am out. I have to do this now. I have to wrap this up and present it to y'all in a very good way. I'm out. Love every last one of y'all that have been watching, that have been liking, that have been leaving comments, that have been subscribing to my page. I do this because I love it, and I do it to just interact with y'all. Yeah, I'm out. Later.